Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In this one, we are going to be fixing the sniper rifle, because while currently we can equip it and shoot it and everything, it doesn't make a sound and the scope is pretty janky. So we're going to fix those things up in this video, okay? But let's start out by setting up our crosshairs. So we have this texture of our crosshairs, but we need to add that to a widget. So let's right click user interface and we'll call this, just call it sniper crosshairs. And let's open this up. We can keep this at a fill screen and we just want to add an image. And we'll just call this crosshairs. Always remember F2 is to rename things in Unreal and just like on your computer in general. Let's anchor this image to fill the screen and set the offsets to be 0 and 0. So now this is filling our entire screen here. Then let's just slot in our image for sniper crosshairs, and there we go. So this is another thing that I made in Photoshop. Admittedly, it is not perfect. It gets the job done though for our purposes. This is not, well, we are professional over here, okay, but it's not that professional. We can close out of that. We don't need to do anything with it. We just need that to exist. So let's go into our weapons folder and open up our sniper rifle weapon. Okay. If you don't have these things slotted in, we have impact, we have our damage, our kill impulse. We can make like 15,000, make it pretty powerful. Projectile is sniper rifle projectile. All of that should be slotted in. Yeah, okay. So now let's go ahead and create some events. So we're going to have to grab start shooting, not you, event start shooting, like that. Let's add a call to the parent function. So them both plugged in there. And then off the weapon mesh, we've done this before. We want to play an animation. The animation is going to be sniper, fire sniper rifle. It's our animation. So now our sound and particle effects and all that stuff will work when we shoot. And we also don't want this to be one of those that can be spam fired. So we'll do fire rate calculate. And then, let me just check really quick. The fire rate for this, where would I have put this? Fire rate, set this to be 1 second. So a little bit faster firing than the shotgun. Okay. Now if you remember in our weapon base, we have these weapon aim enter and weapon aim exit, and these are binded to the input event that we have on our player, which is binded to the right mouse button. Okay, so we can actually call these events now, right? And these events that exist in our parent are, since they're binded to the event dispatcher that exists in our player, will cause this to fire off whenever we enter our aim inside of the player. So that's kind of why we created them in this way. So let's get event aim, weapon aim enter, and let's get the call to the parent. Okay, so if I didn't explain that good enough, so like these are binded to aim enter, these events that we're calling right here, this event. And in our character, this is how event dispatchers work. Yeah, action mappings. Aim, and we're calling aim enter. So whenever we call this, all the other events that are binded to it will also happen. So this is one of them, okay? So let's grab a reference to our player and let's get the current weapon. We just want to make sure that the current weapon that we have is the sniper rifle. All right, because we don't want this to happen every single time that we call aim enter. So let's get an if statement. So we didn't do this, otherwise it would. And then we can get a reference to self. Instead of having this equal like the loadout equals sniper rifle, we can just get a reference to ourselves in this blueprint because, well, ourselves is that sniper rifle, okay? So it does the same thing. Because we don't want this we don't want all of this stuff to happen if we don't have the sniper rifle equipped. So now we're going to create a widget. The widget, as you can probably guess, is going to be our sniper crosshairs. All right. Let's say is in viewport. Then we'll say not. And then we'll say branch. And then we'll say out of here, add to viewport. This is in viewport thing. What this is doing is it's preventing, so I can say won't add crosshair twice. So it'll only add our crosshair to the viewport if it's not currently there. All right. This will just prevent that sort of same kind of issue happening of like you'll get some sort of warning or error saying widget already added to screen or something like that, and it won't show up. So that'll prevent that from happening. Next, when we have our crosshairs up, we want to set hidden in game. We want to get our weapon mesh and actually make it invisible, okay? So this is why we didn't really worry about the aiming FOV and all that stuff, because who cares? We're just gonna make it invisible. We're also going to take our player character and, oops, didn't mean to do that, and make our player character, okay, never mind, set actor hidden in game. So the weapon mesh is just hidden in game, and then the character is actor hidden in game. So we're going to make our weapon and our character all invisible, okay? Then we want to get our player. And if you remember, we created the HUD in our player, so we're going to get the main HUD, and we're going to set visibility to be collapse. So we're going to get rid of the HUD as well. We don't want to see the HUD, we don't want to see our player, and we don't want to see the mesh of the weapon anymore. So we'll say hides weapon, player, and HUD while aiming sniper, like that. While aiming the sniper rifle. These are things. So we're just hiding all of it. All right. So now that's everything for aim enter. Next, we want to get event weapon aim exit, and we're gonna call the parent function as well, like that. Okay. And then we're going to check is valid first. The thing we're going to check is valid is this crosshair thing. So this will prevent this from running. If this crosshair hasn't even been created, you know, because we're going to tell it to remove it from, we're going to tell it to go away, to remove from parent. So this is just checking like, let's say we pick up the assault rifle and we aim exit, right? When we aim exit, the game is going to be like remove this widget from the screen, and then the game will be confused. It'll be like, well, we never even added it in the first place. So this is valid notice, preventing errors, that sort of error from occurring. Remove from parent. So we'll only remove it if it's valid. In other words, if it was ever created in the first place. All right, then all we want to do is we want to take these same exact three things and we want to uncheck our boxes. So bring it back, and make it visible. And then we'll just say shows weapon player and all that stuff while aiming sniper. All right, and so this is everything we need for the sniper rifle. So now if we go and grab the sniper, we pick this up and we aim. There we go. One thing we'll probably want to do is change the zoom, because that's a little bit hard to see right now. Aim field of view 50? I don't know, you can toy with this however you want, how much you want this to zoom in, because the sniper is supposed to zoom. Yes, it's probably not even close. Let's make it something like 25. See what that looks like. There you go. Oh, see, I still missed. So admittedly, my sniper rifle scope is not perfect. Alright, I'm just gonna be the first one to admit that. It's pretty close, lined up to the center of the screen. But I did it in Photoshop, so if you just aim up a little bit, it'll always hit. Really, you should see that was close. So yeah, it is a little bit wonky. But something that you can also do to fix that problem. Alright, so a little jerry rigging here. So if you go down and find the sniper rifle mesh, right? If you remember the skeletal mesh, if you remember this, okay. We're ejecting the bullet out of muzzle flash. So what you can do is you can take muzzle flash on here and just move it up a little bit. Maybe put it in line with this, perhaps, like this, and hit save. And now your bullet's actually going to eject a little bit higher because that socket was higher. And now we're hitting headshots like it's nobody's business. All right, so despite my poor photoshopping skills, if you move this up to like 22 seemed like a decent value. Let's try 22. The muzzle flash socket on the sniper rifle. There you go. Now we're hitting our shots. So the pathway to get there is military weapons silver, weapons, and then grab the skeletal mesh of the sniper rifle, get muzzle flash, that's where we're ejecting our bullets from, and move that up to a Z value of 22, and then that will make the sniper more accurate, all right, with the crosshair that I created in Photoshop. All right, so that's everything for the sniper rifle. It is all created. So in the next couple videos, we're going to work on a grenade launcher and rocket launcher and make things blow up, and it'll be awesome. All right, so thanks for watching. Let me know if you have questions, and hope to see you in the next one.